Hello everyone and welcome back to Sly Raccoon.
Reading way off the charts in here. This must be the power source for the storm machine.
Thanks for interrupting my intro there. Hello everyone and welcome back to Sly Raccoon on the Sony PlayStation 3. I am one wild sheep yet again, and the safe is at the start of the level. Thanks game, thank you very much. Anyway, that quick pause but there was actually a jump cut. Ooh, my editing prowess are so good. Basically, I left the game on for like a good hour or so, and I don't know. Anyway, in this part by here, we're actually going to get quite a fair bit of progress done, because this is the final part for the first world, as opposed to the final part of the game. Because if this was the final part of the game, it'll be quite a short LP. Granted, a lot of the LPs I've done recently have been short LPs, like Toy Story was only 3 parts, but that's beside the point. Anyway, one of the main things about this world is you got a lot of fire traps, and needless to say, if you jump in the lava, you're gonna die. Actually, there's one thing that's interesting about this game. If you jump in bottomless pits, you're gonna die. No, you don't say. And if you jump in water, you're also gonna die. You can't swim, and obviously you can't fly, so... But don't worry, that's a thing that's going to be addressed later on in the game. How do I mean later on? Well, you'll see. Anyway, use that little running platform, as we saw earlier, to actually enter this level, to get those little hooks moving. And as you can guess, we're getting closer to the end of the first world, because things are starting to heat up. Well, I say closer to the end of the first world, but still in the first section of the first world. It's just the Giggity! The second section of the first world is actually pretty short, so there's that. Anyway, this is like one of the more annoying placed clues in the game. For one reason, you have to backtrack. But teleporting powers away, I certainly don't need to worry about that. I'm just reminded of an LP of Mario 64 I watched quite a while back by... I can't remember the guy's name. He doesn't have many subscribers, but he has quite a few views. I believe his intro went something like he's the Jolteon of Let's Players. I don't know what the fuck that means, but all I remember is I was quite entertained by his Mario 64 LP, because every time in one of the parts of the LP he was just playing through, and every time he had to teleport, he just kept going, "Nice teleport, Mario! Teleport! Nice It's just, I don't know, it amused me somewhat. It's quite a good LP now, if I remember correctly, even though most of the commentary was like my commentary when I started LPing for the first time. Which if you look back at, you won't be able to find it on this channel, because I don't have any of my first LPs on this channel, which in a way I'm kind of glad, because I've become really anal about my LP quality recently. Anyway, if you couldn't see below there was actually a rock on these conveyor belts that we had to pull towards us. Basically use that little pulley, circular, running hamster wheel thingy, and it'll bring the boulder towards us, and for some reason the boulder is combustible, so it'll go towards us and explode the doorway into here. But anyway, using our binocular, this makes collecting these clues so much easier. And it's unfortunate that not every world has this feature, because it's so useful to have. At least I think every world doesn't have this feature. I'm not sure. Either way, with that, it's time to get on to the end of the stage. We're just going to jump out of the stage and jump back in, because obviously I keep calling the safe's case. I might as well just have like a hotkey that's like... I might as well just have an audio file of me saying safe, just in case. Get it? I get the wording wrong. I don't know. Anyway, jumping outside of here, and thank you, game. Thank you very much for that. I have to go and trek all the way back in the bloody level now. Thank you. Seriously, it is quite annoying that they have the safe in the very start of the level. I don't think any other stage does anything like this, which I'm thankful for. Because games that don't force you to do backtracking without reason is good design. I think Banjo-Tooie is pretty good with that as well. Like, when they do make you do backtracking in that game, it's kind of It's easy, so it don't matter.
Unbeatable! No code can stand before me! It's got to be 579!
Nerd! Oh, Christ. He always sounds so proud of himself when he gets these codes, which I assume if I was in his position I would be too, so you know.
Interesting! Chris Cooper's dive collection technique. This move is an extension of the dive move you already know. Just jump and hit the triangle button near breakable objects for some fast breaking, fast collecting action.
In other news, Sly, it's basically a ground pound. Now go and complete this first world.
I can't do Bentley. I'm giving up. Alright, I'm retiring from Bentley voice. Just like I retired from trying to do Toad's voice. And I don't think I've ever tried to do Toad's voice on an LP before. No matter. Anyway, if you press the select button, you can actually view the map, which allows you to get to... Actually, you can use it as a teleport system to get to each world level quickly, which I found interesting. I didn't really know that when I was recording this, unfortunately. And you can also view it to view what levels you complete and what you haven't, so you can get to each levels easy enough and collect the keys that you need. And apparently I died. I don't remember that. Huh. But yeah, seriously, if you haven't heard my Toad voice impression, be thankful, because it sounds like Marge Simpson.
Homer!
It's just mad. I can't do Toad, but when I try to do Toad, I just come out as Marge from The Simpsons. And if you haven't seen The Simpsons, I'd be shocked, because everyone's seen The Simpsons. But anyway, with that, we've got the key, we broke the generator, so now we're in the next area.
Astonishing! All my calculations led me to believe you had failed to knock out that generator.
Never was good at math.
Well, here's a real test for you. I found a way up to Raleigh's hideout, but unfortunately, it is doomed to failure.
You're not gonna tell me I have to shoot myself out of that cannon.
I'm afraid that's the only way.
Now you're talking.
You're really scaring me, man. Anyway, to get inside that thing, you had to steal all 7 of Raleigh's treasure keys.
So what are we waiting for? You show me those hollow what's-its?
You mean my holographic markers?
Yeah. And I'll swipe whatever it takes to get shot out of that cannon and steal back my family's Thievius Raccoonus.
Okay, now I need to take back a comment I said in the first part, and I said, no, also the second part, where I said you don't need all the keys. Okay, I lied. You need all the key. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, you need to beat every level in each world. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, don't shout at me. I'm probably already got comments shouting at me because I schedule these and upload these in a certain way. But this, my bad. But without any further ado, let's use these little things by here. Now, interestingly enough, if you don't use your Master Ninja things. That's lovely. On those little poles when he turns around, even if you're hiding behind a pole, for some reason the game will register you as being outside of the pole, so he'll be able to see you. It's quite annoying. Oh god, that noise again! Ahoy to you too. Bloody hell. Only problem with these, as time goes on throughout this world, or all the worlds in this game actually, you're going to be hearing the main villain of the world sort of talk on a giant PA system. And it hurts my ears, and I can't understand a word they ever say. Like, I was originally gonna just turn around and just let these play without my commentary, but dear God, I can't understand a word these things say, so I figured no one else will, I might as well talk over them. Even though it's quite annoying to talk over them when it's blasting in my ears, I don't know. Die. Now, those ground-pounding enemies, the one thing I want to mention about them is they are a nightmare to deal with, because basically they'll jump up, as ground-pounding enemies do, and then they'll dive onto you as you're walking past. Now, the big problem with those guys is, well, shall we say, they're very awkward to hit. Like, it's very easy to sort of get clipped by them and miss timing jump. Anyway, what you can see by here, we can't get those two without setting off the alarm. So how do we get them, you might ask? Well, you see that speaker system, the thing by that. And yes, that is an eyeball you can see in that tank. It's terrifying. Makes sense, I guess. Graveyard, you're gonna have some sort of creepy things in this world. But anyway, just break open these by breaking open that speaker, which will destroy the you know, they'll stop all the alarms. You know how these speaker systems work. You played through this game, haven't you? Anyway, I just went the completely wrong way. Fortunately, this level is actually really small. It's one of the smallest levels in the game, if I remember correctly. Which is quite interesting. Because it also has one of those funkiest beats out of all the music in the game. And seriously, I do love the don noise of the guitar. I can't stress enough, the sound design in this game is perfect. It's just amazing. And it's one of those games that has that dynamic soundtrack where they have two versions of the song playing at the same time in the background music. Whenever you're near enemies, a different song will actually play. And I love games that do this. I mean, I think Metal Gear Rising does this as well, like in the boss fights with the first boss, for example, of Metal Gear Rising. It's got all this guitar work, etc. And then you jump on the boss. This is the first boss, so it isn't spoilers. And suddenly all you hear is lyrics popping. Rules of nature! And it just, it's so hype. I think more games need dynamic music. That's what I'm basically getting at. Anyway, these starfish enemies, they're easier to take care of than you think. The starfish things that they throw at you, they do home in slightly. But don't worry too much about it. It's very easy to take care of. Like I said, it's a very short level, very easy to get by, and here's the next save. Stop telling me you press circle button. I kind of figured it out at this point. Okay, 719. It's very dramatic, the music, when you open these safes. I like it. It's so good.
Oh, you're lucky, Sly! This page features Karen Cooper-Giwa's coin magnet technique. All she had to do was stand near money, and it would magically jump into her purse. From now on, you'll automatically collect any coins you come near.
Kinda useless considering the fact I always swing my cane like a madman, so the entire effect of that ability is... I don't notice it at all, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, key geto number 6. I think that's the 6th key anyway, I could be wrong. And I apologize if I offended anyone with that incredibly racist Japanese accent. Anyway, Gunboat Graveyard. It's time to get on to the next level of the game, which is actually interesting for a reason. It's a gimmick level. What do I mean by a gimmick level? Well, it's not a standard platforming level. It's the first of the gimmick levels, and as you can see, there's no safe in this level. What? Does that mean there's no clues? Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it means. There's no clues. So it's time to take the submarine and go the opposite direction where we need to go. And get the 7th key in the depths. Oh, this music's amazing. I love this.
It, Sly. This is where Raleigh's gang of crabs stashes his sunken treasure. Use your sub to blast them. The left analog stick controls the sub. Give it a try. Great! Use the right analog stick to fire its gun. That's it. Remember, you can always drive the sub in one direction while firing in another. To earn a treasure key, you'll need to collect all 40 chests. Do not let a crab take one into a tube.
So yeah, basically, twin stick shooter minigame, guys, folks. Minigame thingy. And I love this. I love how the game gives you these extra little missions that are completely different from the main game. It really breaks up the pacing a lot, and it just sort of kind of makes it so you don't get too tired of the standard everyday platforming levels, which I like this. I love this minigame. The music, oh my god, this head bobbing, amazing. It's like, if you get a chance, look up the soundtrack of this particular level at least on YouTube when you get a chance. Just, I don't know what the actual song name will be, so just type in Sly Cooper Treasure of the Depths. And oh yes, such fun, such fun. Although, be careful, because this is also a deceptively difficult stage, because your bullets do not go through things, so if a crab almost catches a thing like there, then there's potential to die, because if you lose one of these treasure chests, bye-bye, you're going to lose the mission. So it is difficult, and they don't give you much of a wavelength, so as soon as you see a crab pick something up, shoot it. Fortunately, when the crabs shoot things up, the treasure chests become combustible quite easy. But with that, we've done this mission. Alright, and what does that mean? Well, now it's time to go back to the Prowling the Grounds so we can actually head on to the boss fight of this world. This world is now done and dusted, all 7 levels complete. Oh, let's break open this cannon and send off. Just sort of fly up. No sane person would use a cannon like this, by the way. I'm just saying that right now. So jump on in, and let's head into his flying fortress o' terror. The Eye of the Storm.
How delightful! We have a guest. The only thing is, I hate unexpected guests!
Listen, Raleigh, wipe up my family and steal what's mine? You better expect company.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. How sloppy of me not to finish the job. Obviously, we should have snuffed you out as well. So, without further ado, let me make amends by what? Bloating to gargantuan size and squashing you like the insignificant bug that you are!
Bring it on.
I think the voice actors had a hell of a fun time voice acting these guys, especially this one by being away the first boss fight of the game, which is actually extremely easy. Now, as he said, he's going to go up to gargantuan size, and when he does, he's basically going to bounce about at you. When he does a couple of hits, I think it's 5 jumps, I wasn't really keeping count, he'll go back to normal and give you a few seconds to hit him. Now after the first hit, the second hit is pretty much the exact same, except now all the other platforms will drop down, so you have to sort of manage this one platform by doing the same thing. Honestly, it's quite easy to do. Now for hit number 3, it's exactly the same again, but now whenever he lands on a platform, the platform will fall into the water, so just take your time and count the right amount of things he does, because like I said, he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't give you much chance to boop him when he's low on, when he's getting on into his last thingy. So just boop him then, and now it's time for the final hit. Now for this final hit, this is the most different one. This is the only one he really sort of tries to attack you, so he's going to jump up, and he's going to do the same tactic that the first boss of Crash Bandicoot did, where he's just going to spin around with his tongue. After so many spins, he's going to, well, he'll jump back up and get minimized, and basically just repeat this until you get a chance to hit him. This is the final hit. He's an easy boss fight, first boss of the game, what do you expect? Without any further ado, he's not dead yet. I will admit it is kind of awkward to hit him with this first hit, so yeah, but you shouldn't die. I'd be really shocked if you die in this boss fight. With that, he's dead.
You've beaten me! Well, gloat all you want, Sly Cooper. You're no match for Mugshot, my villainous cohort in Utah. You'll see. Mesa City is so well guarded, a snake couldn't slither in without setting off alarms.
Challenge accepted.
Raleigh's section of the Thievius Raccoonus held detailed instructions on how to perform my ancestor Ryoichi Cooper's Ninja Spire Jump, a technique he developed while sneaking into the thickly fortified castles of feudal Japan. Finding a way off Raleigh's boat got a little tricky with the untimely arrival of Inspector Fox, who, failing to find me, busted Raleigh and his crew. With the storm machine out of commission, boats found their way back onto the ocean, and the mystery of the Welsh Triangle faded from memory. My gang and I loafed around England for a while, enjoying the pleasant weather, and then headed back home, excited for our next heist.
I took the liberty of pinning your mission map up on the wall. You can use it to warp directly to any levels you've already visited. We're all set to go to Mesa City.
And with that, folks, I'm going to call it a part here. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And when we return next time, we'll be going to Mesa City to take on Mugshot. who has a bit of a mug, I'm not gonna lie. So, thanks for watching, see yous after. Hope you all enjoyed. Bye!